Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your old boy Johnny, streaming live from sunny South Texas. And in today's video, I want to discuss competition research a little bit. Now, this should be your first step before building a website. You want to know what the website's going to need in order to effectively rank and compete with your competitors. So, that being said, there's three things you want to look at. First, you want to do a generic search for your industry in your area. In this instance, I typed HVAC just by itself. Let's see what's in my local area. These three guys are running the show. And so I did a little research and checked out a couple things. First thing I looked at was the word count. Now, when I plugged the URL right here, copied and pasted it into this free tool right here, wordcounter.net/website word count. You can just copy and paste it right there. Oop. Copy. There we go. Let's cooperate for the video. And this should be 1374. Yep, I've already done my homework. Ta-da. So I've already done all three websites there, and Mike's is 1374, Polar is 661, and JC is 736. So there's definitely a trend there where the guy with the most content written about his site has the top ranking, and the guy with the second most content, the highest word count, is second. So this goes in line with what I've seen in the latest Google algorithm update. Content is king. I keep saying that over and over again, and I mean it. Google isn't going to favor the guy who bought the most backlinks off of Fiverr. It's not going to favor the guy that just happens to have more citations than everyone else. They want relevancy. They want content that speaks directly to a search intent. So if someone's looking for HVAC repair and you specifically have a page all about HVAC repair, that's going to be a good search intent match. And if you have a paragraph on your homepage about it linked to a service page that talks all about it, and then some of the little details like wall units, split units, air filtration systems are all highlighted in that content and then branched out into blogs, that even grabs you more keywords. So word count is definitely a major factor. So you want to, like I just said, look up your top three competitors and find out what their word count is and shoot for that on your landing page as well. The second thing you want to look at is let me see, let's just go back to Mike's here again. You want to look at the content. Now I'm just going to be focusing on building a cheap one-page AC unit website. I see a lot of you guys using Facebook pages. I see a lot of you guys using Wix, Square, Simple Practice. These are all vanity sites. They don't have the back-end functionality that you'll find with something like WordPress, where you can plug in your meta tags, your H tags, your keywords, and really have the SEO functionality to rank well and reach page one. Now, there is a do-it-yourself builder out there, one called Weebly. I first started using this when I first dipped my toes in web design. It's a simple drag and drop builder, and using that, you can really build some decent sites that rank pretty well. So I'm going to be doing a video series showing you how to use that coming up. But the first thing, prior to even thinking about building a website, is, of course, your competition research. So now that we've established that this guy has the most content, so we want to look at the content itself. We want to look at like the header tags. What kind of keywords is he using? And with that, there's a keyword research tool I want you to check out, Ahrefs.com. Ahrefs is like the major player in the SEO industry. They charge accordingly as well. Think my prices are bad. Check out Ahrefs. They charge about 3 times what I do. But they have a free keyword generator here where you can plug in things like HVAC and find out how many people are making that search every month. As you can see here, HVAC. It's got a keyword difficulty. That's what the key KD is. 71. So it's kind of hard. It's a pretty competitive word. But there's a reason for that. 246,000 people typed that search term in last month. And this information is current as of 20 hours ago. So we definitely want to use the term HVAC a couple times. Weaving HVAC near me in the content's a little tricky. That's usually something we can do with alt tagging, which is basically renaming the pictures on the website to something like this, so that it'll still show up, but not really. No one will see it. It'll just be the name of the photo. So if Google sees it, your customers won't. That's a good way to slip that one in there. But HVAC contractor, yeah, we can definitely weave that into the contact. HVAC company, HVAC repair, HVAC service, HVAC technician, HVAC system. These are all things we can easily put into a list, and as we're writing our content for the landing page, we can weave this in there. We can weave it into the main tags. I've already written up some content for the site that I'm going to be working with, so here's the word counts I was mentioning. So we want to shoot for, I would say, a little over 700. So I wrote out, let's see here, highlight all that, and then word says 803 words. So that's good. Mike's site is insane. I'm not going to beat them. I'm not even going to try it. But I can beat these two and get to number 2 in the map pack, which should be very sufficient. The competition isn't that hard here. So you can see here I have HVAC contractor, McAllen, Texas. City, niche. That is my H1 tag, my main header that I'm going to be using. So that is what you want to do. You want to establish what you do and where you do it right off the top. And then talk a little bit about yourself. Again, McAllen, Texas. Air conditioning company, McAllen, Texas. HVAC services. There's some more in there. Installing HVAC systems. You can see how I've pretty much weaved a lot of those major search terms directly into the content. And then for the H1, I've definitely hit that one. H2 tags, or your subheaders, is where you can also hit your major ones. AC installs and upgrades. Residential HVAC service and repair. Commercial HVAC service and repair. AC service and repair. Home air purifying system. They build these into HVAC units these days, and since COVID, it's become a hot search. So I grabbed just a handful of basic services, and I'm going to slap them together in Weebly as a simple one-page build, and then do a little off-site SEO and show you how it does. So this will be our little experiment here. Follow me and subscribe to my YouTube page to follow the entire series. Otherwise, I'll see you in part 2 where we start playing with Weebly. See you then.